What up, YouTube? Back again with another vid. I gotta talk about another one of these elite teams in the NBA. I failed to talk about them so far, but I briefly mentioned SGA in my MVP battle video. I'll probably make another video about that pretty soon because I feel like that's already kind of been predetermined unless something crazy happens. But I gotta talk about the Oklahoma City Thunder, who sit atop the West at 53-12. I know they're just coming off a loss against the Nuggets. They split this back to back and they split their season series. I will say though, get well soon, J Dub. I did make a TikTok about his hip injury. Hopefully he gets well soon. But this is about the team in general, and they've been elite all year, man. They've been right there, neck and neck with the Cleveland Cavaliers for best record in the league. Uh, because of that loss, they're 2 games back of Cleveland. They're still on top of the West by like a country mile. I think they have like a 9 to 10 game lead over the Nuggets. Um, I would even say they might have an 11 game lead. But they play the Celtics tonight, which I'm excited about. But like I said, 53-12, best defense in the league, number 4 offense in the league. So they're top 5 in both offense and defense. And I'm sure you already heard the spiel about it. I've talked about it on my TikTok too, but this is statistically a generational defense. In terms of like defensive rating and relative to era, this is one of the best defenses of all time because of the switchability they have, all the elite perimeter defenders. Mind you, Chet has been out of the lineup for some time. Isaiah Hartenstein has been out of the lineup for some time. There was a period of time where they had no bigs. So J-Dub, Kaysen, Caruso, Lugens, SGA is a solid defender to pretty good defender. Kaysen, Aaron Wiggins and Isaiah Joe follow print scheme principles pretty well. There's not like a single negative defender I want to say on this team. So it explains why there's such an elite defense, why there's such an elite team, and why statistically they're one of the best defenses of all time. Mind you, statistically they're also one of the best teams of all time because net rating wise, net rating is essentially means like the margin of victory in which they beat teams is the second highest in NBA history. So they're beating teams at like an insane rate. I think like damn near 12 points or 13 points per game. And whatchamacallit, they're only behind the 96 Bulls in terms of net rating, and they're top 5. They're like I said, number 2, obviously. And whatchamacallit, all the other 4 teams within the top 5 have won a championship. I think the others include the 97 Bulls, the 2017 Warriors with KD and Steph, and then either a Lakers team or a Celtics team or the Celtics from last year were top 5 in net rating. Also, Cleveland's also top 10, by the way, as an interesting tidbit. In terms of offense, it was kind of slow at first, but they've definitely picked it up. Like I said, number 4 offensively in terms of offensive rating. And SGA is a demon, leading the league in scoring, probably going to be scoring champ, averaging 33, 6, and 5. Added a little bit of a 3 ball. Be interesting to see how teams guard him in the playoffs because like the double teaming thing could be an issue. But in comparison to last year, they were better in the regular season in terms of like shooting as a team, but it kind of fell apart in the playoffs. Lugens is a 40% shooter. SGA's improved. I will say though, like the rest of them kind of took a step back. I would say Chet has taken, to be fair to Chet, he's missed some time offensively. He's averaging like in the limited games like 15, 10, and like like 4 stocks. Isaiah Hartenstein's been really good. 57% from the field, double double, 11 and 11, 4 assists. Floater King, J Dub, 21, 6 and 5. Solid efficiency, but like I said like I said previously, compared to last year, both J Dubs and Chet's efficiency were better last year. The same can be said for Isaiah Joe. Um, I would say the same thing for Aaron Wiggins, but at least for Aaron, like the volume went up and the efficiency relatively the same. You can argue the same thing for J Dub. Kaysen has taken a step back in terms of like efficiency, like 3-point shooting. So Caruso had a pretty terrible start. Like offensively as well, but I feel like the team is slowly getting it together, and I think they understand that teams are going to deploy the double team SGA and force the others to beat you. So you have to be ready to hit your open shots, because I think a lot of teams are going to be ready for letting Lugens and Kaysen and Aaron Wiggins to let you hit the three. I feel like the obvious choice would be like Caruso, Kaysen, and Lugens. No offense to those three, but those are probably the least worried shooters on that team. But overall, they hang their hat in their defense. They strangle the life out of teams. I've seen runs where teams go scoreless for like 4 to 5 minute periods, and they like hold teams to like single digits, and they just strangle the life out of you. I will say though, not to say that the refs favor them, the physicality they're allowed to play with is crazy. And I worry how much they can get away with in the playoffs, because, as you know, in the playoffs, the refs are going to let you play and they're not going to call everything. So their brand of basketball can literally translate into the playoffs. And it's because of this defense why I consider them a title contender, and why they have the potential to beat Boston if they do face them in the finals, or a Cleveland if they do face them in the finals. But OKC is a threat, man. The defense is good. They have the dudes. They went to the playoffs last year. I know they're still like the youngest team, or one of the youngest teams in the league, but they're hungry. They're really damn good. And yeah, there's not much else to say, bro. They're regular season one of the best teams of all time. Comment down below how you feel about this Oklahoma City team. Do you think they can win the title this year? Do you consider them a tender? Do you think they could get upset? Let me know that goes to them below. Subscribe to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. Also follow my TikTok at Danny Nuggets. I'd also greatly appreciate that. And as always, have a good one, guys. Peace.